Hello, everyone. Haxley here, and me and my good friend Mai are going to be talking about what we thought of Loki episode 1 and 2. Have we seen 2?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we're all caught up. We're talking about 1 and 2 because we did not talk about 1 last week because Jeffrey did not watch 1 in time. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing here on this YouTube channel. We'll be talking about other stuff, and if you ever want to check us out, I'm HaxleyGV on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and we have Mai here. Want to introduce yourself? I see that you have all your socials now on your webcam.
Yeah, I've now added it. I don't know how easy it is to read, but hey, I'm Mai. You can find me on twitch.tv/thetranspunk, Instagram.com/thetranspunk, and Twitter.com@transpunkagenda. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 to midnight, usually World of Warcraft raids. But right now we're right before a new patch and a new raid, so it's gonna be 2 weeks before I'm doing that. So right now I'm just playing whatever I want during that time frame. And you can follow me on Twitter where I talk about music, social stuff, and video games. Really, yeah, that's it.
All right, now let's dive into the thing. Let's dive into this. We're talking about Loki episode 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
Where should we start with Loki? Obviously, we start with what happened in Endgame, where the whole scenario of them trying to steal the Tesseract in the past, not going well for them. Loki escaping. We find out where he went to and what's all going on, and we kind of meet the TVA, the Time Variance Authority.
Yeah, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel about the TVA in the first episode. And in the second episode, I've started to really, really dig the whole vibe that's going on. Obviously, there's some like consistency issues with the Avengers being able to do whatever the hell they want, apparently, because of plot armor. And
It was part of the sacred timeline. They were allowed to do it because it was part of the plan of the sacred timeline.
Yeah. We meet Mobius there, who's played by Owen Wilson.
Wow.
I was really surprised it was Owen Wilson at first, because I was like, I know this voice, but this actor does not look like who I think it is. And then I saw the nose, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that's Owen Wilson.
See, I already knew ahead of time that Owen Wilson was in the Loki show, and I was wondering how it was gonna go. So far, it's going well.
Done a great job. Yeah, I think he's been great. He's been very serious, been able to throw in that dry humor appropriately, and it's just been a really good job.
Mm-hmm. And then we also had our heartwarming scenes of Loki looking into what would have been his future from where he got taken from New York battle, seeing he had a little redemption arc, getting some love from his father and brother before a fiery explosion.
Yeah. Well, not a fiery explosion, before being killed by Thanos at a choke.
Yeah, but the tape kept going on, so we're left to kind of assume that he was still alive for a while after his neck got snapped or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that so I've been listening to a lot of like true crime podcasts while working on things lately.
Okay.
And one of the things that they really don't ever go into in movies and TV shows is how long it takes for somebody to die from strangulation or a snapped neck.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a while.
And it seems like it took up to the explosion.
Yeah. So, like, I think, like, he was already dead because of Thanos. It takes a long time because you're essentially suffocating on your broken neck. Which that takes time. I mean, think about how long you can hold your breath before you feel like you have to get air, and then it's going to be even longer for you to actually not need air. Not to get all morbid.
Hey, we gotta bring in the science somehow, I guess.
But yeah, no. And I'm not a professional or anything like this. This is just stuff that I've learned from listening to podcasts. So maybe it's not with the best.
See, you say that, and now I'm doubting it. Now I'm a bit worried.
But no, it takes a long time to die from suffocation or a snapped neck. Like, it's not instantaneous.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to kill things. I've learned that through the kill jar.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed Loki's story here and how he gets to be mischievous and do whatever he wants to try to trick the TVA while still, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then see in episode 2, well, at the end of episode 1, we learn the main objective is they're using a Loki to catch a Loki.
Spoilers in case anybody hasn't watched yet.
who's been able to stay away from the internet with all this.
But like, who didn't see it coming that the variant that they were chasing was Loki? Like that, it was really the only thing that made sense, right?
Like, what else would you have the God of Mischief join you? It just sounds troublesome to have him if it's not just to have him think like him.
Yeah, like, why would you? No. You lock him up. You just delete him. That's what you would do. Yeah, and in the second episode, we see
from what I thought at first was Agatha Harkness. It was not Agatha. It was an actress who just reminds me of that actress.
Yes, I also thought the same thing.
I was like, Agatha's there. And then later on the internet, I was like, that's not Agatha. It was this lady. Like, are we sure it wasn't just Agatha? Maybe she's behind. Maybe she was behind it all along.
It was Agatha all along. Yeah, no, it kind of went off the rails a little bit in a good way. I didn't expect to see so many montages of Loki doing paperwork, but they were still entertaining.
Yeah.
So
we've learned how we lost Alabama.
Yeah.
So don't go visit Alabama in 2050, I believe.
Yeah, well, don't go visit Alabama. As someone who's driven through the state. Sorry, any Alabamans.
I've also driven through the state. I don't remember anything about Alabama. I just drove through it, so I don't know if there's anything there to be.
Well, apparently they have the dirtiest water in the country.
Well, just keep driving. If anything, 2050 won't change anything but the water.
Yeah. So just keep driving. Go to Louisiana or Texas. They're cooler states.
But you need to go through Alabama, and if we have Alabama underwater and no bridges yet,
well, then you got to go up and around through Arkansas.
That sounds even worse now.
No, Arkansas's got Little Rock's a cool city.
We'll see. We'll see what happens to Arkansas in the future.
Yeah, and we end up in Alabama, and we have the big reveal. The Loki that we've been chasing is really Femme Loki. What are we calling her? Girl Loki?
Everyone on the internet's just calling her Lady Loki.
Lady Loki. That's what it is. Yep. That makes sense.
Which I think is the name of that form in the comics, Lady Loki.
Yes. But we're just...
Other people have also been speculating it's not Lady Loki, but actually Enchantress.
That would be interesting. I don't think they're that smart.
Well, we met the girl. Remember the girl in the church that Mobius talked to in episode 1?
Yes.
Her name was Sylvie, which is the name of the second Enchantress.
That would be interesting. I would love to see it. I don't think they're going to be that smart, but I would love to see it.
And the IMDb has her coming back, reprising the role of that young girl again as Sylvie something. Sylvie, with whatever the Enchantress's name is. The one that...
Prove me wrong, please.
But this is also wouldn't be the first time that Marvel has put wrong info on IMDb.
Yeah, like, really.
Which I also feel like it should be, because I don't know how I feel about Enchantress.
I don't know how I feel about being able to get information on IMDb before the show comes out.
That is true also. But it's just... Lady Loki comes about by Loki dying. Loki training young Sylvie to become a Enchantress because she has high affinity for magic. And when Loki dies, he reincarnates in her body because that was his plan all along. In case something happens to him, he had a body to reincarnate it.
Oh, that's smart. That's Loki. But yeah, no, and we find out that she, Lady Loki, has been taking time bombs to bomb the TVA, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the episode in 2 days.
I gotta get used to it coming out Wednesday. Wednesday happened, and I was like, it took me like half the day to realize, oh, it came out. I could have watched it in the morning. I guess I'll wait
on like Friday, anyways.
I guess I'll watch it like late Wednesday night because I don't got time during the Wednesday day. It has to be early morning or late night for me.
Yeah, and that's pretty much Loki.
Overall, enjoying it, loving it, enjoying Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston's chemistry together on screen.
Yeah.
I need to see more of Lady Loki Enchantress subplot, see what's going on there, because Marvel, it's not the first time Marvel is gonna throw us up for a loop.
Yeah, I just need to see more before I can say that.
Especially with episode 1 where she points at like Mephisto, the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is Marvel making fun of us by pointing at Mephisto?
Probably.
Or is Mephisto actually involved in this time?
All right.
Moving on. Which wouldn't be that bad because they're using Mephisto right now in a Marvel event.
That's true. Yeah. But I don't want to get into speculation, honestly. Like, we could speculate for hours and be wrong.
We're going to need more data. We can't just go jump into it. We're going to need some more data to help make our hypothesis and theories. So we'll come back to you guys another time. So go ahead.
We'll do. If Jeff still hasn't watched it by Wednesday and caught up, Hax and I will record our own Loki conversation where we just speculate.
Yep. So go ahead and subscribe and wait till then. Don't forget to follow us at HaxleyGV for me and all of my info, the Transpunk or the Transpunk Agenda on Twitter.
It's right here.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys another time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Adios.